everybody! Hey there, plushies! I'm your friend and neighborhood Let's Players. But I welcome you back to West of Loathing as we left off. New locations and other stuff. So I'm at the Lost Dutch Oven. Okay. Let's go back to Coleridge Mine because in the previous video you find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read, "Property of Fort Aldet Library." The bag is full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You do find one specific interest to you. More skills for me. Okay. As I was saying in the previous video, the one who's helping me out with the game, still can't remember your name. I really should try to memorize your name because you've been of great help with the game. I didn't ask for any of it, but you are providing me lots of information that I keep missing. And they said that now that we can go to the second level of this mine, there might be a pickaxe down here. So let's look around. These stones have little triangles painted on them, and they're in a triangle. It's very triangle. How astute of you. Okay, let's see my books. Let's read it. So now I can get the all 1, 2, 3, a skill that lets you perform 3 punch attacks in quick succession. There's a big poster you can fold out and practice punching, and there's a chapter written by a guy who survived 17 different near-fatal gorings. He really learned a lot about getting gored. So it gives Gore, a skill that lets you attack an entire row of enemies. There's a complex pronunciation guide written by a linguist who was raised by cows. Menacing Moo, a skill that reduces the muscle of all your opponents. I'll take the all 1, 2, 3. You unfold the poster and punch it until you're extra good at punching. Unfortunately, you're not very good at stopping punching. You punch the book to bits. Oh. Well, let's see if I can find a pickaxe down here somewhere. Chuck full of meat ore. Loot it. 53 meat. Actually, it was 54, but hey, who knows numbers? This spiraling shape is making you feel strange. That's a very ghostly looking. It's only partially real. Loot it anyway. Unrefined meat nugget. 2 of them. Nice. That one's bleeding out there. It's vibrating. Unrefined meat nuggets. Hey, there is a pickaxe. Oof. Looks like this guy should have picked better friends. Well, at least I did get a pickaxe. So that's good. That is good. You were right. You were right. There is a pickaxe in all these caves somewhere. When you lose one, you might gain one again. Spiral will make you feel strange. Reach inside. It goes even in further than you expected. It's warm. Okay, I'm not gonna be going further into that. Let's go to the previous room and get all these meat veins harvested in order before I start with the last one, because the last one is the most important one. Mine it. 47 meat and 13 extra. And XP. 47 and 16 extra. And unrefined meat nuggets. Get all the nuggets we can so we can sell all of them. I didn't want to go out. In an explode meat vein throbbing and pulsing. Or region. Unrefined meat nuggets and meat. Black fluid oozes from the vein. A scabrous mass sits below it on the floor. Take the fluid. You gain unrefined meat nugget and 40 meat and 10 XP. You hate this spiral. This card is frighteningly normal. Look through it. 4 nuggets and 10 XP. A slit runs through the length of the meat vein. Reach inside and goes further. It's warm. Keep going. You're in up to the shoulder when you feel it. A beating heart. Rip it out. A nugget, 29 meat and 10 XP. Huh. I actually thought that there would be something important in here, but apparently nothing. Just meat and nuggets and spirals. Exposed meat vein. Pick it. Unrefined nugget. Meat, and XP. I wonder what to do with those triangles. Maybe we'll find out later. Still don't know the combination to that one. Right about it, right raised it down, right there, looks a little clean around though. Yeah, you gotta have my choice and such a shit and up and down rope some more. Okay. Look at this walk. The silly walks are the best. 14 nuggets! 14 times 25? Calculating. 350. It's not much of meat, but it's good enough, I guess. Let's go to Dynamite Nest so I can sell all these nuggets. The Professor's house. A weird stone arrow goes crazy. You follow its lead and find a weird house. Check it out. The Professors. Not professors, the Professors. You know, instead of pro, it's per. The beeping machine leads you to a ramshackle house in the middle of the desert.
Sorry, Gizmo, that was here, eh? Some kind of trap, I reckon.
Why do you say that?
Well, that's the reason. That novel good can't come from a bleeping gizmo like that.
Well, let's check it out at least. What extra do I get from a coffee cactus? Just a hot coffee. Alright. Ow. Ow. What you got to say here about this area? Pete squints at the house's inhabitants suspiciously but doesn't say anything. ... It's a very dapper chap for a professor. Excuse me, my name's SpiderMwa.
What? Oh, I didn't notice you come in. I'm not used to visitors, but the folks generally call me the Professor. Is there something I can do for you?
Well, I found this bleeping gizmo and I sort of followed the bleeping, and it led me here.
Well, I'll be. It certainly led you to the right place, young man. This is El Vibrato technology, and I happen to be as much an expert as anyone alive today.
El what now?
El Vibrato. They were an ancient race that lived here long before humans. Well, they mostly lived on the ground, so they might still be living as far as I know. Never seen a peep of an actual person, though. Just the machines they left behind.
Were they space aliens?
Could be aliens, or genius few humans, or an entirely different terrestrial evolutionary line. At this stage of investigation, it's impossible to say. Isn't it exciting? Here, let me have a closer look at your bleeping gizmo.
Give him the device.
Aha, as I suspect, that is one of their transponders. It detects other El Vibrato technology and homes in, you see. That'll be why it led you here. I've got a thing I've been trying to repair.
He tinkers around with the transponder for a bit and then plugs a strange stone marble into a socket on it.
There you go, good as new. Just swipe up or down to turn it on or off.
Swipe?
Now, I gotta warn you, this device will lead you to abandoned El Vibrato technology, but it might also attract unwanted attention.
From what?
From the El Vibrato technology. You see what I mean? Just be careful.
Okay.
You know, now that I think about it, you've arrived at a perfect time. In order to get anywhere further with my research, I need more samples of El Vibrato tech. By researching for it, eats up all the time I could be using to research it.
Ah, I getcha.
Right, you're the adventuresome type, so bring me back whatever devices you find, and if I can get them up and running, that'll benefit both of us.
Alright, deal.
Great. First priority will be to get my keystone fabricator running. They lock their doors and things with these little stone alloy blocks, see? So if we can make our own, they'll open a lot of doors for us, literally and figuratively.
Alright, what do we need?
The components aren't rare, at least as far as priceless ancient technology goes. Bring me, about 5 handfuls of scrap. I should be able to salvage the last parts I need from that much.
Roger that. Interesting guy. These books are all about concepts too advanced for you to even recognize. The Professor says that this device calls out other El Vibrato machinery. Spooky action at a distance, you don't trust it. Doesn't look like this guy sleeps very much. This dresser contains 10 instances of exact same shirt and 20 identical socks. This is the Professor's keystone fabricator. He's waiting on some parts to finish it. Hint, hint.
We ought to get Clara here. It's not the good to have messing around with this stuff.
These books are so boring, it's a wonder the shelf isn't full of holes. This appears to be an extremely powerful magnifying mirror, basically an inside-out microscope. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. The microscopic mice that live in your eyelashes seem to be getting along just fine. 5 XP. The Professor's toilet isn't in very good repair. Flush it.
Hooray!
I flushed the toilet.
Before I get myself tied up into this hellfire malarkey, if I was you, I'd have trusted. Ain't right.
What's wrong with it?
Gives me a headache. Don't like it. You'd be sure to keep it clear of it.
The professor told you how to turn this thing off. Do you want to shut it down? Nah. We'll keep it on. Something interesting might happen. Now let's go back to Dynamite Dance. Or try to get there. Or not. Something at the side of road catches your attention. It's a slumped over old skeleton wearing a wizard hat. I think you'll agree that's reasonably attention-getting. The skeleton lifts his skull and peers at you. He holds up the rusty old can of beans and scrapes his thumb bone across his first two finger bones in the universal gesture of financial transaction. This one. Take the beans by thread of force. How about I just take that old can of beans, huh? What are you gonna do about it? The skeleton looks at you dourly and chucks the can of beans into the nearby gorge. Then he crosses his arms as if to say, what are you gonna do about that? Oh. I guess the intimidation this time didn't work. Alright, I've got a lot of stuff to sell you, man. Let's see. How do I sort by X? Okay. There. All of these. There. Let's see. What else can I sell that I don't need? Sort by A to Z. Let's just go with expense. Random encounters much more likely. I mean, it's a good one, and I do have it equipped. I mean, I could sell the miner's pants, because I don't really need them. The better old top hat for Moxie. I'll keep most of those items. Well, let's see, what else can I just sell? No, I'm gonna sell some of my food items that I don't think I will ever eat. I'm gonna sell the apple pie. That's what I'm gonna keep. Shiny rag, I'll keep it. Because I've learned my lesson that if I get another meteor, I'm gonna get the stardust and keep it. Melee damage by 10, I'll keep it. Mysticality, sell. Maximum HP, sell one of them at least. Speed up by 1, keep it. Cow's blood, speed by 3 with hot coffee and Moxie. I'll keep. Actually, I should just keep some of these. I'll sell if I have duplicates of some things. I'll sell them. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep them because there might be instances out there where people want these stuff. You never know. You never know. Somebody might have a need for any kind of item. Now, let's think. Now I can go to the Lost Dutch Oven Mine again, because now I have. You spot a hell calf is racing off the side of the trail just as it spots you. Its eyes glow and 2 shadow cows split off from it, forming a small frightening herd. Let's go. Damn. So let's see, damage to all opponents. If I do this, is it still 3? Yeah, it's still 3. That's not much of damage, you know. 63 to 66 total damage. Oh, damn. Let's go. Punch them. This is gonna be tough. Or maybe not. Because they can't hit for shit. There goes the hell calf. The old 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. A bird. Oh, Petey's gonna go down soon. Or not. Hey, even Petey survived. Vicatory! Tainted beefsteak, 56 meat, and extra thick leather. Just another day at the office. Oh, and that's the one that raises muscle, right? Oh, let's see. What did I leave here? Did I leave anything behind? Ah, I need a can of oil. Alright. Can of oil. I think I could get that from a shop. If I go to, like, the Wandering Sally's or into Bottom Willow's shop, one of those places should have what I need. Well, now, let's make our way to the Silver Plater. One for once. Pete picks up a round rock about the size of a tennis ball. Aha, Geode! Who? Oh, they're vending machines with the little capsules in them, and those in the capsules, this is that, but all natural. He pulls a rock hammer out of his belt and cracks the geode open. Inside is a little rubber finger puppet. Hee, nice! Well, at least he got his level up. Ah, it was used to be Silver Platter, but now it's Silver Plater because one of the T has. So it's Silver Platter. Howdy! What can I do for you? What do you have a menu? A menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a Silver Plater. I place things with silver, you know? Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So, you need something plated? What are my options? He looks you up and down. I could plate that hat you're wearing. People with white silver hats get more done, they say. This will enchant your hat to add one to your maximum action points. Maybe something else? I could plate your melee weapon what you're using there. It'll do more damage that way. This will increase the damage of your equipped melee weapon by 3 or even more against creatures that are vulnerable to silver, like skeletons and such. Something else? I could plate your pistol. It'll do more damage. This will increase the damage of your equipped pistol by 3 or even more against the vulnerable to silver. Maybe something else? He looks through your pack and... Mouth? Huh, turnip? That sounds like an interesting challenge. See, that's a fine-looking tongue you got there. I could play that for sure. My actual tongue. The one in my head. Yep. Well, maybe later. Yes. You will get the perk of a silver tongue. It may gives you more options to charm people with your silver tongue. You know. It's a pun. You get it. Let's go for the Old Dead. There's an crate lying in the dust of the trail. It has a pickaxe stenciled on the side, but it isn't clear if that's to indicate contents, that the destination, or opening instructions. Open it up. You pry the lid off the crate with your crowbar, so that's one of the possibilities eliminated. Can of kerosene. Hey, can of oil. And a bottle of oil. They get back on the trail. Nope. Well, we're at Fort All Dead, but with that can of oil, I could go back and oil the elevator, and also we could go back to Dirtwater and give the Lord to the old man, and he tells us another story. Let's see, what do these do? Patent emetic. This substance cures poisoning by making you vomit, but luckily medical science has confirmed that vomiting is the cure to basically every type of poisoning. And can of oil. It's a lubricant or a lubrican. Both in the sense because it's a can of lubricant. And a can of kerosene makes them flammable. Yep. I reckon I hear soldiers marching around there, but I don't hear no voices. Yeah, you're right. That's a little spooky. Think maybe it's haunted? I'd expect soldier ghosts to be haunting a battlefield, not barracks. I mean, he ain't wrong there. Ah! Skeletons. Well, I'll be. This seems maybe a little more serious than I'll be. A great googly moogly? That's better. Nice view from up here. Let's use our binoculars. You see a ranch a few miles west of the fort, a Lazy Dude Ranch. You climb down from the watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. Tidy. I mean, the game has always told us that one-use binoculars, and that's what they are. Nice safe cracking. You see a wagon broken down by the side of the road. Well, if we're being honest, it's getting attacked by horrible monsters. It's probably more likely what happened to it than a simple mechanical failure. You dismount and investigate. Most of the easy pickings have predictably already been picked easily, but there's still a safe in there that was presumably too heavy for scavengers to move. Leave it be, because I don't have safe cracking. I don't remember where I can get safe cracking. What do you reckon, Pete? I reckon there's a fine line between living off the land and being real lazy. It's a haystack. Got a needle. Can I search it more? Apparently not. Only in the beginning. Looks like somebody's been watching ferrets in this thing. Yuck. What do you mean, yuck? You gotta keep ferrets clean. An old burned crate. Guess it came with the property. Kick it open. The stuff inside is unburnt. That's a pretty good crate. Handful of nails and length of rope. Good to have. We need a handful of nails for stuff with the hammer. Of course, I also need a hammer that I don't have. I need a hammer. Need to buy that one. Was these would have been Brad's, but nowadays man does not live by bread alone. Good joke. 10 out of 10. We'll tell again.
Like, howdy. I'm selling herbal remedies. Care to buy?
What kind of herbal remedies?
The kind that are gifted to us by Gaia without any interference by human hands.
So, weeds.
That's a derogatory term created by the man, but yeah, basically.
Buy one.
Hey, groovy, thanks.
Herbal remedy. This is a little pile of random dried weeds folded up in a sachet of paper. Garbage stored in garbage, essentially. Doesn't do anything. Howdy.
Hey, yeah, howdy, man. What's happening?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Oh, not much, man. We moved on to this little patch of land to grow crops, but then we decided it's more natural just to let Gaia grow whatever she wants, right?
I bet that's a lot easier too.
Right on, man.
Neat. Where'd you get that hat?
All this? A friend of mine made it, man. I forgot which one.
What do you take for it?
Well, I've been thinking of trying a new style, man. Maybe like one of those hats the army guys used to wear back in the day. Like it's kind of an ironic statement, man. There's an old fort over yonder that way. I'll swap you if you can't find one of those, man.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Groovy, man.
So in Fort All Dead, one of the skeleton's hats is what we need. A huge supply of unused fertilizer. Manure. Howdy, I'm Spidham.
I'm Louise Lathrop.
Why the long face, Louise?
Oh, jeez, basically because I stuck here farming with a couple of dummies who don't know how to farm a damn thing, so they just let the weeds grow and call it natural. I'm so sick of eating dandelions, I could scream.
How'd you get in this predicament?
I headed west after graduating baking school and fell in with these two because they talked a big game on natural greens. Fool that I was, I didn't realize that they were really interested in was getting silly on local weed and not doing any work.
Why don't you leave?
I haven't got any meat, or any other prospects, or anywhere to go. I mean, dandelions are terrible, but they're better than eating dirt. This is such a mess.
So you're looking for work?
Gosh, yes, desperately. The only trade I know is baking, though. Do you know somewhere that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid would be better than this if it comes with room and board. I just want to get out of here.
I don't, sorry.
Shucks, well, if you hear anything, please let me know.
Will do. Garden.
Hey, look at all that weed.
There's nothing but weed here. And not the good kind of weed. That's actually just the normal kind of weed that you surely shouldn't smoke or do anything with other than just get rid of. Oh, that's that place then. Was there anything in the humming cave that I could use with the pickaxe? You Elvi bro, that transponder thingy starts bleeping at you, and you play hot and cold with it until you find a weird looking crate hidden behind some rocks. Open it. You fumble around the outside of the crate until you find the bit that makes the lid slide open when you push it. We got the 3 scraps and a punch card. Excellent. These are a bunch of little broken pieces of vibrato machinery. The professor would be interested in them, I bet. This is a piece of thick paper with a few square holes punched in it. It looks like the ones they used for the census back in 1890, that is. Since I do have the El Vibrato device now, maybe I can use it here in some ways? Nah. Ain't nothing there. Oh well. Oh well. Now, let's see, where should we go next? What would be a good place to go? I should go and to do the old mission. Some thwack noises lead you to the sight of a goblin chopping down a large cactus. When it sees you, it waves his axe at you threateningly and makes some angry sounding noises.
Hey, it's a human person. Hey, human person. Where are you going? It's my cactus. It's mine and not yours.
Hello, how are you? I will let your cactus taking.
Good, yes, good, hello.
Why are you two chopping a cactus down?
Why? What a lot of uses. To building, to burning, to eating, to toothpicks.
Your axe, I to wanting, you, me to giving it.
What? No, an axe is mine, this one.
What if I loudly shouting at you and my arms waving and angry things to doing?
I would not like to liking it. Here is an axe, but this is upsetting.
Sorry, I too having a need of it. You got a Gulch Goblin axe, 10 XP, probably. I mean, we probably might have a use for it. Let's see, this axe was made for cactus jacking, but you could probably chop up bad guys with it too. That is so much better than my current weapon. That is a perfect weapon for me. See, learning Goblin tongue is a good thing. You need to learn it. Get stuff like this, especially when you're a cow puncher. Let's go in. It's a precariously balanced pyramid of skulls. They're all right up and twitching. Kick it over. Are you sure? There's a lot of them, and they're really mad. Maybe angering all of them at once isn't a great idea. I'll think about it. This skull has a gold tooth. Take it. You get a gold tooth. This skull is twitching in an unnerving fashion. Though I guess there's no way it could be twitching that wouldn't be unnerving. Stop it. Got the jump on him. And yep, down you go. You really cracked some skulls there. Well, one skull. And claim its only possession as a reward, a gold tooth. Hooray! This skull is sitting at a weird angle. I guess that's notable for some reason. Look under it. The skull was resting on top of a commemorative spoon. Your treasure hunting senses are finely honed. No, not very discriminating. A souvenir spoon. Is that an offhand thing? Yeah. Gives me 3 moxie. Well, right now I do have the melee attack damage. No, actually I don't. I have the sweet smelling flowers. I should have this equipped because the sweet smelling flowers are useless right now. This skull is whispering at you. That doesn't seem right. Listen closely. The skull is whispering at you. It doesn't seem right. It just sounds like gibberish. No, really creepy gibberish. It's an empty alcove. There's a little serial number written below it. Oh hey, that is where that skull you found goes. There you go, safe and sound, 10 XP. The pile of skulls has been cemented together. For some reason, pick it apart. At the center of the pile you unearth, on the skull, a shiny black stone. It's making more noise than stones usually do. A creepy whispering stone. Weird. Stone. Weird. So is that an item I can use, or do I eat it, or is it just a quest item? It's a quest item. This stone is only whispering, but it's still eerily louder than most of the stones you encounter. Listen to it. This rock is really whispering up a storm. It's in some weird dialect you can barely understand, though. Wait, no, it's just a thing accent is all. Listen more closely. You listen carefully to the stone. Over the course of a few minutes, its whispers resolve into comprehensible English. The stuff the stone is whispering turns out to be pretty boring. It's mostly just trivia about the geology of Tennessee. Meaningless to you, unless you're planning the spelunking trip soon. Oh well, at least you can understand the accent now. Appalachian skull whispering. Eerie. So now we have ourselves a perk of Appalachian skull whispering. You're fluent in a very specific dialect of the whispers of the dead. The skull whispers some dark mountain secrets to you, which we can't print here because your computer would catch fire. 20 XP. Good thing I learned how to listen to them. These bones are jiggling and rattling in an agitated way. Whisper to them. You whisper some ancient words of appeasement to the bones and they settle down a bit. 30 XP. This bottle skull is strictly decorative. So that's how I get past the fights with the skulls and bones. This way to Pasillo del Santo. Don't know what the Pasillo means. I'll look it up afterwards. Okay, those guys I have to fight if I want to. I think that pile of skulls that you fight against is a good way to get some extra XP. It's a plaque. Read it. Here lies Saint Beefus. After he died, his body kept trying to rise to heaven, but it was so heavy it just kind of flopped around a bunch. They had to inter him in a big stone sarcophagus to put a stop to it. Gross. Before we go any further, let's end it here. This is a good spot to end. Lots of eeriness gonna be down here. And we're gonna find out all of it. And hopefully find some relics for the mission. But thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I hope you all have a good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning. And I will see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye.